Good morning, friends. It's a sunny but a very frosty and cold morning here in Melbourne. Not sure if you can see on the grass there. So what our video today is about copper cables. Now, I've had quite a bit of interest lately from especially some of the young generation that have asked me questions about cables and cords and how they can make money from it. So I thought I'd make a video on how to make money from copper cords. Now, what I have in front of me are three small piles, and I'll just go through them individually. I'll just explain what they are and how much money you can possibly make out of them. So the first pile here is mainly your low grade. So this is your 30% and less. Now, what these cables are, they're mainly your Ethernet, as you can see here. So these are your Ethernet cables, and some of this other smaller wiring is actually from inside some of the computers and DVD players and electronic equipment like that. Now these Ethernet cables, you'll find them on routers mainly. So when you go around Hard Rubbish, you'll see them still connected to most of them. And the best way to actually get the most money out of them, just leave them as they are. So don't worry about cutting the plugs off or any of that. Just as they are, nice and quick, and just put them in the bin or put them aside. Because the most money you will get out of these is roughly about $1.10 per kilo. So this is your very low grade stuff. You do not want to spend too much time around this or cutting any of the plugs off, because it's really not worth it. So yeah, this is your first pile. Now the second pile that we have here are cords which are medium grade. So now these are some of your cords, as you can see, with plugs on them. These are mainly from appliances. So you have your vacuum cleaners, which are really good because the cords are longer. You have all your household, microwaves, toasters, anything really that's electrical will have one of these on them. Now, to get the best price for the medium grade, you will have to cut these cords, these plugs off, because if you don't, what's going to happen is they're just going to give you the same price as you would get for the low grade. So do cut these ends off. What I use is, I just use these, are actually garden cutters, but I find they cut really good. So you can use them. You can use saw cutters, you can use pliers, you can use anything you really want. But to maximize it, do clean them up and just keep piling them up. Now the price that you will get for the medium grade will be around $3, where I take my medium grade. Some other places closer to the city, you might get more, but that's sort of roughly the price that's going around, from $3 to $3.50. Now what I do with the mid grade, and I'll just quickly show you, is so what you're seeing here is my bin. It's almost full. All the ends, all the plugs have been cut off, and just storing it in one of these wheelie bins. This wheelie bin is pretty much full, and I have another smaller bin which also contains a lot of these. Now these ones here are actually slightly better. You can strip these, but since I've got here quite a lot of them, I'm just gonna sell it as is, because I don't really have time. I've got too many other things going on. So that's what you can actually do. Now look at these little bikes that I found for my boys. There's 2 of them there. Okay, so that's your medium grade. I've seen videos of people actually stripping the medium grade down. You can, but again, depends how much time you have. I don't necessarily do it, but yeah, everyone is different. And now the last pile here, this is your high grade, so 60% plus copper. And I'll just show you what I mean. If you look at this cable here, as you can see, most of it is actually copper. Doesn't matter which one of these I pick up, but you can see, yeah, it's mainly copper. Now with this high grade stuff, the best thing for you to do is to actually strip it, because you will get a lot more money by cutting this open, taking the copper out, as copper is roughly $9 to $10 a kilo at the moment. So there's actually quite a lot of weight. Huge difference between that and medium grade, really. So what I do with a high grade, I do not sell it, but if you wish to sell it to just the scrapyard, your price that you're looking at will be roughly $4, possibly $4, in between $4 and $5. Now I'll just show you some of the strip cable that I've stripped lately, just so you can see what it looks like. So this is what the final product is going to look like, just your clean copper. Now this is one of the highest paying metals for really least effort, if you'd say. And especially if you use stripping tool, which makes it really simple. And the one that I use, I actually picked up off eBay for $50, which is really cheap investment considering the return you're gonna get for this metal. And this is what the actual tool looks like. It's really simple, and it works really well. So you do have electric ones that make life a lot easier again, but depending on what your budget is and how much you want to spend, this actually does the job really well. Before I forget, I forgot to mention one thing. So when you do cut these ends off, these plugs, what you can do, you can actually remove these pins, because these are actually brass. So you can accumulate them, and that's another way you can make a few more extra dollars, really. So they do build up quite a bit and quite fast, so you just got to be on top of these, otherwise it's gonna cost you quite a bit of time to clean them all up. But this is another way that you can quite easily make a few more dollars. They build up pretty quickly. So I hope this video answers some of the questions in regards to cords. So I hope all of you guys stay healthy, keep smiling, keep scrapping, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.